far are you going?
About 30 years.
All right, everybody, welcome to the brand new, all new XWF podcast. It's me, Loverboy Vinnie Lane. I'm here with my co-hosts. We got the cunt and the cuck. That's Gator and Ned Kaye. In case you didn't know, you really should know by now. And I got number 4 in here. He's brand new to the podcast, but he's been part of the Federation for a really long time. My buddy Maverick. Everybody say hello.
Hello.
Nice
All
to
at
be
the
on the
same
podcast.
time.
Hello.
A lot of, you guys might not know, but Maverick's been around almost as long as Gator and I have, but he's actually brand new to the staff ranks. He's going to be helping out behind the scenes and doing general manager stuff. So congratulations, Maverick.
Thank you. Really happy.
Long time coming, really, man. Long time coming. Everybody loves Maverick.
Yeah, I'm glad I could just help out a bit more, behind the scenes and whatnot, especially with how, crazy things are on the site half the time.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's easy to get run over.
Yeah.
Funny,
No,
Vinny, because long time coming is also the name of Gator's new album.
That's true.
Very true.
Because one thing that Gator has in common with pigs is he just is like lasts just hour-long orgasms. You can Google that. That's the real thing.
I don't know how to take that.
Okay, I'll shush.
5 minutes in, we've ruined the brand new podcast, everybody.
Nice job. World record.
That's right. But Maverick, I wanted to talk while I have you on here, and I hope you're not going to be a one and done. I'm going to drag you into these often because I like you.
Hey. I love me too.
I have always said, because in the time that I've been around since 2014, summer 2014, you joined not too long after that, I don't think.
September, yeah.
September. So there's only been a few times that there was like really a gimmick or like a story that the entire Fed, the whole E-Fed, kind of got around and sold and was like really huge on, right? One of them was Ghost Tank having C diff, which everybody jumped on the C diff train. We had like a whole angle literally where everybody in their RPs was telling how they had C diff and how are they going to get through their matches with C diff. Vinny was shitting his pants in the ring, things like that.
So true.
And then the other one is Maverick as the title shitter.
Oh God.
Like everybody sold it. Like nobody let it go. And I feel like you hated it. I think you hated it for the longest time.
I really fucking did.
But it's cool because you took it on the chin, you weathered it, and like you're still here, man. Like a lot of people wouldn't have put up with that shit. So good job, because we bullied you.
You really fucking did, but it is what it is, at this rate. I mean, I figured that it's just wrestling is all about fucking trash talking, shitting on people and what else. So I mean, I hated the fucking joke in general, but I also knew that okay, maybe I could try to make something of this and become more than just a lowly title shitter. Never really did happen in the first run, but here we are now.
I think you've done an admirable job, and there's probably people would probably say it was problematic to even run an angle like that when you were, I don't know, you were like 9 years old or something.
Like 15, but yeah.
So that's a little problematic in the #MeToo era, but we didn't know. It was a simpler time. Obama was still in office.
Oh God, Vinnie Lane setting new podcast history by admitting to bullying a 4-year-old in the golden days of the XWF.
Listen, it wasn't. I didn't own it then. All right, so why don't we get right into it, folks? We have the biggest show of the year, the annual 3-day extravaganza. We're going back to Relentless. Every year we kind of make a different theme on Relentless, right? We did Noir. We did, what was it? Was it the 80s?
We did the
after
80s
Noir?
and 90s. We did started with the 80s, then went to 90s, then Noir, and now we're back to Relentless.
And then before that, we did it on a boat?
No, we only did one show. So in the 80s, we only did one show on a boat. And the
Oh,
other two were somewhere else.
We should have done the whole thing on boats. We should have had 3 different boats.
We should have.
Well, there was on a boat, so you were partway there.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's like, you know, I hate to use the term, but it's the easiest comparison, right? Say it's our WrestleMania. I mean, that's kind of what it is. It's the big show. It's where everything resets. You know, where the storylines collide and where everybody starts over anew. And I think we got some good stuff today. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah,
totally,
I most
yeah.
certainly do at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So we got, like I said, there's 3 nights. They're all themed on Back to the Future, the Back to the Future trilogy. So night 1 is supposed to be more 50s based. That one is actually myself and Smoking Bob are handling night 1, so that one's gonna blow your freaking mind.
Mr. Big.
Yeah.
Mr. Big, not Smoking Bob.
Can we bleep that out and just say Mr. Big?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I'll do it
It
like
doesn't matter if
I'll
it's
do it
Mr.
like
Big.
how they do it on The Simpsons, where it's like Mr. Big.
Smoking Bob is helping on night 1 in spirit.
I forgot. I forgot Smoking Bob was in an iron lung with his emphysema.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Too much smoking.
Yeah, he's got
Too much
consumption.
You
I
can't smoke
didn't
like that, Smoking Bob.
I didn't realize smoking referred to the machine that was keeping him alive.
Yeah, he needs to up his game and become Vaping Bob.
No!
Anything but.
Oh god, I hate vaping, Bob.
Cigarette! Easy Bob is the worst.
Oh, Vaping Bob is amazing. He got like a big fat scarf around his neck. He has a favorite barista, and he marches in the Pride Parade.
Fuck up.
Oh, shit.
Night 1, we're gonna be here all fucking day. Night 1.
Right.
You're right. Night one. Okay, so night 1 and this one because it's my night. And you know I've been all about that Madness brand energy recently, so I wanted to get some Madness representation on there. So that's got a big chunk of it on there, and it really helped kind of fill things out. And for whatever reason, I've made Madness kind of the home of the XWF minis. So I decided to start it off with a minis battle royal. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, all the minis are in there. You got Tremble the Clown's going to be in there.
Dodecahedron.
Yeah, El Bujo. El Bujo is a good one. And of course, Mini Morbid. And there's a rumor circling around that there's going to be a brand new mini debuting just for the Battle Royal. So I hope you guys are. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean, Mini Morbid's the longest reigning champion in the XWF. I don't know if you realize that. He's been the minis champion since 2014, coincidentally, right when I joined the Fed. I don't know how that happened.
It's a mystery to me, honestly.
So, but you never know. This could be when it happens. No, everything good must end.
Well, the first thing I want to say is that Mini Morbid has been a dominant champion. He has been a just an anchor of the XWF since I've been a part of the Fed. Coming in 2019, Mini Morbid was involved in the featherweight title match that I debuted in. So, of course, I am pulling for Mini Morbid to retain.
He's a multi-time featherweight champion. Multi-time. Many times held that belt.
He's like a magical enigma, you know, like every time you see him, like he just imparts a little bit of his power into you and you just can't help but start pulling for him because of that, you know?
Or on him, yeah.
Yeah.
He's up there with legendary featherweight title holders, such as Mastermind's chair.
The table.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, wasn't the Subaru a featherweight champion?
Subaru was Star of the Month.
Subaru Star of the Month. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not so too sure about featherweight champion.
It should have.
But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. That's going to be some silliness. It's going to be fun. I like just I don't know. That's all me and like my fondness for ridiculous wrestling. So I still think midget wrestling is funny. So it shows up in the shows sometimes.
Then we have our next match.
Yeah.
We're going into Hill Valley Town Square. It's going to be Elijah Martin going up against Money Oswald.
Big money.
Big money. Yeah. Isn't he going on about being a god now?
All right, look. So big money, Oswald, Phantom Panzer, Ghost Tank. The guy's just not satisfied being one thing, right? So
The Matt Hardy
he's
of
like,
the XWF.
he's 700 pounds of rock hard muscle that can do a corkscrew 750 splash, and he's also the richest guy on the planet, and is an actual god. So yes.
Do you know
Amazing.
why
What-
that is, Simon?
What's that?
Do you know why that is?
I have theories.
Because it's because
Uh.
Big Money Oswald is just built to see different.
Nice. Well done.
That was a good one.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like this match because I was joking with Theo about how everything on this show has quote unquote crazy stipulations, right? But this is like the stipulation is just the ring. It's still in a ring. It's just a ring that's someplace else.
Yeah.
So it's just in a parking lot outside instead of in an arena. But I don't know. What do you guys think about it? I mean, both of these guys have been Anarchy champion. Right.
That is true.
Whatever that is.
They've both done well, and they've both done bad at the same time. Martin just kind of came back recently, and Big Money, he's kind of been chugging around. So I don't know. I mean, it's honestly tough for me to pick a winner in this one. If I absolutely, had like gun to my head, I'd probably go with Elijah Martin just because he's kind of consistently good all the time, whereas Big Money kind of shits the bed sometimes. Get it?
True.
You're such a dick.
Fuck off.
But I don't know. I think Big Money could definitely win. I feel like it's a 50-50 match.
I feel like my heart is pulling for Big Money, and my head is pulling for Elijah Martin. So it really depends on how things kind of shake up here in the lead up.
Okay. Gator, you got thoughts?
No.
Awesome. All right. So
Very productive. Very productive.
So, I mean, I don't know. It is a 50-50 toss-up. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if just a member of Hill Valley just comes in and wins it.
My
like
God.
just a stranger, just somebody walking by in
Yeah, just some
1955.
guy. Yeah.
Biff Tannen.
Biff Tannen
Wow.
comes in and wins it for him. Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta write that down.
Or the
write
principal
that
calls them both slackers and just pins them both.
Okay. All right. I'm liking this. See?
Or just Lorraine's dad just comes in and just drives them both down and just pays off that.
No! Marty's grandfather runs them over with his car.
Ned, what about you? What's your pick, Ned?
My pick is Big Money Oswald, and I have multiple reasons for feeling this way.
Oh
I
my.
don't care.
The first big one is, while I think Eli Martin is good, I think he can go to some of the same traps that I've gone in, which is you want to do something kind of interesting. You're trying very, very hard to do that. And against Oswald, whenever Ozzy, he knows his character, he knows where to hit it, he is incredibly consistent, and he makes some damn good role plays. And I think for Relentless, he's going to bring it. Eli Martin's good. I don't think Eli Martin is bad in the slightest. But
No,
I think Ozzy's going to bring it.
What's the RP setup on this one? I don't have it right in front of me. Is it Anarchy rules or is it something different?
It's two
Well,
RPs.
actually, yeah, 1.5k. So yeah, 2 RPs, 1.5k word limit.
Okay, because I mean, both of these guys, they come from the Anarchy brand. They're used to doing the 1K one-shot RPs, so that could make a difference. I think.
For sure.
I don't know.
For sure.
I think Martin most likely has done more of that more recently than Big Money has, but we'll see. I think you're right because Ozzy is very creative. I think sometimes his creativity works against him, and he does just way too much. But
he at
he's
least
got a
knows
good
his character inside and out.
Yeah. I don't know, but all I know is he's definitely using the Tank Tracks finisher because I never let him not use it.
Amazing.
Oh,
All right.
beautiful.
Our next match is the Madness Hollywood Walk of Fame ladder match. So another Madness match coming up. We have, in order, on the card, we have Molly Barnes going up against Hide Yamazaki, going up against Chris Mosh, Myra Rivers, MCC Monkey. I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Sea monkey.
Oh my god. All right. Lil Cash App.
That's
Chris
right.
Dockery.
I killed Ned.
Oh, Snapchat! I wasn't fucking ready for that. I'm so sorry.
I don't blame you. So we got Chris Dockery, Sierra Silver, Holden Ross, Jocelyn Spencer, the Jessica Anderson, Summer Page, Barney Green, and Darren Dangerous.
Yeah, let's
So-
go.
So the rules of the match are as follows. So the match will start with 2 participants, with a new one entering every 60 seconds. Once all are present, a golden Oscar statuette will be lowered above the ring, and the person who retrieves it will be declared the winner. So it's kind of like a scramble ladder match, kind of, you know?
It's inspired by the AEW Casino ladder match, right? I thought if you guys have watched them, right? It's kind of, I had to tweak it a little bit because I think they do that match really badly.
Right.
Because the way they do it in AEW is like it could end at any time. Like the first 2 guys in the ring, like if one of them climbs the ladder, like that's it. I think that's stupid. So I made it so everybody has to get there first, and then you could climb to the top and get it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because otherwise, I don't know. I think it's a stupid setup. But yeah, like the people in Madness, and I don't know, you guys ever read the Madness shows that I put hours and hours of work into? No, probably not.
No, never.
Never. Yeah. Probably get another one out tonight, by the way. But they wanted, they were like, hey, how can we be on the big show? Let's be on Relentless somehow. So I kind of just brainstormed a way to get some of the guys on there. It's not the whole roster, obviously. But it should be fun. It's just gonna have something on there, give them a little shine, a little spotlight, and at least you've heard of at least a couple of those guys. I mean, Darren Dangerous is Gator's spirit animal.
Man, the legend.
Legend. Barney Green. I mean, come on.
Of course.
Little cash.
Green Machine. We're all very familiar with little. I can't say it. I can't fucking say it without laughing.
Oh.
One moment. We are all very little cash.
Oh, that's the Bing Bong twins. Little Cash App and MCC.
I don't remember them. I can hardly fucking call them the Bing Bong twins. Like, they're the most ridiculous pair. I love them.
I adore Bing Bong twins.
They're But that should be, it's going to be fun. It's going to be the first, the Madness guys on the pay-per-view. That's really the whole point of it. I just wanted to give the Madness brand a little bit of representation. So, and it helped out because I think we needed a little bit more on the card. So I think it works out.
Totally.
It'll be a cool match. It'll be a pain in the ass to write, but it'll be fun.
So who are you guys taking? I can already imagine who Gator's taking,
Of course.
Not saying anything.
Holden
Lane?
Ross, obviously.
Well, I can't look. Madness is an angled brand. I can't make a prediction. It's up to me who wins.
Okay.
Oh, that's so fun. That's so fun.
Well, obviously my pick is Darren Dangerous there because with him getting the Oscar, he's not only become a award-winning novelist, he'll become an Academy Award winner as well, which is just incredible.
If it was a Pulitzer, I'd be right there with you.
Here's the real question. When is Darren Dangerous going to win a Tony?
Well,
when is he going to win the Nobel Peace Prize? He's brought all of us together.
All I can say is, since I have known Darren Dangerous, there have been no more wars in the Middle East.
Darren Dangerous isn't just going to win the Nobel Peace Prize. They're going to rename it to the Darren Peace Prize.
That's right.
I love this.
He's gonna. It's just gonna be a picture of him like on a golden cup or something.
Oh, he's bleeding. He's bleeding.
Yeah, he's bleeding with Nobel Peace Prize.
That's right. Yeah, he's always bleeding. He's always bleeding.
Of course.
Oh, can't fucking live this life. Okay, next match. Wait,
Next
no,
is the main event next,
Wait,
right?
No, we have the semi-main event next. So it's Jenny Mist versus Lexi Gold in a peeping chain match. This match will take place smack in the middle of Bushnell Avenue. In order to win, you must exit the ring and ascend a big tree next to the ring. Next, you must climb out onto a branch with a direct view into the bedroom of Lorraine Baines at 1727 Bushnell Avenue. And of course, 1955 Lorraine Baines is the special guest referee.
Played by Leah Thompson.
And it's under Savage Rules.
Whose idea was this?
This was mine and Theo's. Me and Theo were trying to workshop this idea. I think what it was is like Bobby may have threw the idea out there and Theo liked it, and we were trying to work out how the fuck we can manage this. I said this should have been the Battle Royale.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
well, we got this instead.
What's great about this is that like Jenny and Lexi have really done a good job doing like this kind of like slow burn. They've been feuding for a while, and we're blowing it off with this shit.
Yeah, I feel so bad.
I can't wait for them to look back and just be like, man, I can't believe I won the Peeping Jane match.
Oh man! Oh, bless them both for I don't know. That's ridiculous. I can't
Plus,
believe.
I'm everything.
And we have Leah Thompson playing her 1955 character. Do we have an actual time machine? She's like 60.
Yes.
it's 60-year-old Leah Thompson.
No. We
Yeah.
have an actual time machine, just like we actually went to the moon for Leap of Faith.
We did go to
Really?
the moon.
It was
did go.
revealed that, like, in canon, they didn't go to the moon. What are you talking about?
You're gonna have to cut him out. You're gonna cut him out.
I'll beat
He
that.
knows too much.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right. So anyway, guys, here we are with. I've never heard of Ned Kaye.
Welcome
Not Ned Kaye.
to I've never heard of Ned Kaye cast.
is
I don't know, pick
great.
it. Who's
I
gonna
will be
win?
the co-host.
Who's gonna win the match? Who's gonna climb the tree and I don't. How did they? Is that how they win? They look in the window.
Yeah, they look in the window.
Yeah.
That's how they win.
Wait, why does the card say one pinfall then?
I don't know.
Like I feel like Jenny should just pull out a pair of binoculars and win from the ground.
No, they have to climb the tree branch.
Oh, they have to climb the
They
tree.
have to climb the tree branch.
They gotta see the Calvin climbs.
I think, alright, so it says one pinfall, but I think the real loser is whoever gets hit by the car that Lorraine's dad's driving.
So true.
Who's writing this?
Why?
Not
Okay.
me. It's not me.
This is gonna get cut. Should we are kind of burying this match, guys?
No, right. We're burying the
Oh,
match
but-
stick, not the match itself.
We're burying ourselves. We're burying us as bookers for booking this horrendous idea. It's nothing against Jenny and Lexi. Jenny and Lexi deserve much, much better.
Mhm.
I want to make that.
They really do.
Jenny deserves.
match.
Yeah, this is us being terrible. So
I'm
Jenny
gonna
Mist
get-
is gonna win. I'm picking Jenny Mist to win, and I bet she sells the hell out of the stipulation, because if that's
I
one
agree.
thing I know about Jenny Mist, she's gonna sell it like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She really will. Yeah, Jenny's probably my bet to win too, honestly.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
Lexi's not bad, but she's kind of like, I don't think she's used to like long form RP as much.
No.
She does all right.
Mm.
It's, but yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of, Jenny's an XWF veteran. She knows what she's got to do.
Right.
Yeah, I totally
Yeah,
get
she
it.
knows.
I love Lexi as well. I think she's great, but yeah, Jenny just
My
what?
heart says Lexi. My head says Jenny.
Yeah.
Mm.
What does your dick say?
Lex's ass. Have you seen the state of that?
You know what it says? It says objectifying. Jesus Christ.
Bornless Ned.
Wait, Maverick is 18, right? You're 18 now?
I'm 21 actually, so I mean.
What?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. We can keep that in.
When did that happen?
Maverick is younger than me? What the fuck?
Get fucked.
All right.
Anyway, we have our main event here featuring musical guest Harry Waters Jr. and the Starlayers performing Earth Angel in an enchantment under the sea brawl for the XWF Tag Team Championships. It is the Thugs, Tommy Wish and John Black, going up against the Midnight Dolls, Vita Valentine and Dolly Waters, versus the No Good Bastards, Bobby Bourbon and Thunder Knuckles. So this match is going to take place within the gymnasium of Hill Valley High School with weapons encouraged. And the special guest is none other than Thomas F. Wilson as 1955 Biff Tannen, and it is Warfare Tag Rules.
Yeah. So this is a big one. I mean, this is definitely the main event. I mean, you could see why it's the main event.
Yeah.
The tag titles are vacated by Flynn and NK War Criminal after a really good run. They had a falling out. Now, you know, Flynn's he turned on his heel a little bit, and now we need new champs for the straps. And these are three solid teams. I mean, the Thugs. I mean, come on, everybody loves Tommy Wish and JB.
Yes,
They've been
sir, yes,
over on Anarchy and everywhere else all the time. Vita and Dolly. I mean, I think they're two really talented singles individuals, and I think they work together really well. And of course, you got them No Good Bastards, who are probably, you know, the premier tag team in the XWF.
Yeah.
So I think that could be a real barn burner. I think there's going to be a lot of haymakers thrown in that one. I think at the end of the day, I feel like the Midnight Dolls are going to walk away with it. I hope they do, just because I want them to have to keep working together.
Well, nothing else, win or lose, they're at least going into the next Warfare after Relentless as a team still. So we got that going at least.
Yes. Yeah. No, but I genuinely think, because it would be the fresh way to go as well. And I just, like I said, I like what I've seen, and I'm a closet Vita mark and a closet Dolly mark. So let's have it. Gator, what do you think?
Oh, yeah, I'm going with Midnight Dolls too. I'm a out of the closet Vita Mark and Dolly Mark. But yeah, I would have gone with them No Good Bastards like immediately, but I know Bobby's not doing amazing at the moment, like RP wise. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, then that's kind of, you hate to see people run into a wall or have any sort of IRL issues come up and stuff like that, but it's just part of the game. I mean, if anybody can overcome that kind of thing and still put together some real solid work and win, it's those guys. So I don't know.
Yeah. You're right, which is why they're my vote.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm a flaming Vita Valentine mark. Vita Valentine. My bad.
Yeah, you're a huge fan. That's why you don't know her name.
Exactly. So, with that in mind, I am also voting for them No Good Bastards, because I have seen these two motherfuckers. I have seen them work their asses off and just, whenever the going gets tough, just go deep and find something crazy. And at Relentless, you know, I expect them to bring it no matter what. I think it will be close, but I have the Bastards edging them out.
Okay, I can see it. I mean, so we're pretty split, right? I mean, nobody voted for the Thugs. That's kind of unfortunate, but I mean,
they're gonna win in my heart.
Yeah.
You used that one already.
I love the Thugs.
Spiritually speaking,
you know? Great.
They're gonna win in my ass. That's it for day one. That's it. That's night one of Relentless right there. That's Friday night.
Yep. And now we have night 2 of Relentless going forward into 2015. So starting things off, we have Jerry Vaden versus Marv in a 2015 Hill Valley Town Square race. So this match will start in a ring placed in the middle of Town Square. However, in order to win the race, you must complete a lap around the Town Square, finishing in front of the clock tower. There are no countouts. Savage rules.
What are we doing?
So I want to remind everybody that at the beginning of this podcast, Vinny went, "This is our WrestleMania," and not even halfway fucking through. He's like, "Who's booking this shit?"
I feel like I
the
didn't
big show. I hate
appreciate.
to see it.
I'll cop this one. Mainly because I kind of remember saying to Theo, "Hey, why does every match need to be about wrestling? Why not we just have a race instead?"
It's not
We
like
already
it's a
had
wrestling
it.
show or anything.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It'll be great. You know what? And Jerry and Marv, they're good people. They do good work.
Hmm.
Uh, uh, Marv, I mean, at this point, Marv's really hung in there. He's been around a while now. He's
Yeah.
like he's an XWF vet at this point. He's been kind of quiet about it, but he's done good stuff. I mean, he's been the Extreme Champ. He's had some titles and he's had some good wins. Jerry's been around for a minute, kind of here. Like she kind of comes and goes. But she has the capability to do some good stuff. I mean, I could see either one of them winning. I would say Marv, Mr. Swazens, if you're nasty. I think he would be he'd be my pick. If I'm putting money on it, I'm going with Marv. Put your money on Marv.
Yeah, I'm putting my money on Marv too.
A little bit of yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think?
As the professor, I have to think very heavily about how these two competitors are going to face one another. And as much as I like Jerry, money on Marv. Money on Marv. Marv is money.
Yes, Marv is. I honestly do not know what the fuck Marv is. I don't know what that word means or how it. But maybe it means money in Swahili or something. I don't know.
Marv is Marv.
Marv is Marv.
All right.
What's the next match?
Yes. Next match: Latina Submission Machina versus Michael Graves in an alternate 1985 Hill Valley Town Square brawl. This place will not take place in a ring, but rather in the town square in 1985 Hill Valley. This is an Extreme Rules match. The Special Enforcers will be a motorcycle gang that rides around the square, making sure competitors do not leave the designated area. Enforcers will also have weapons that can be used on the competitors at any time. One pinfall, Savage Rules.
Do we have an arena? Did we get an arena?
We're at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're just like on a movie lot. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So this is like the third match that takes place in the town square, but this is a different decade now. So now we're all the way into the robotic neon future of 2015.
Yeah, so we're in 2015, but this is the bad version of 1985 where Biff goes back with the almanac.
Yes. Right. And this is like where like the big holographic shark like comes and
No, that's 2015. This is bad 1985 where Biff has a casino and everything. So we've gone to
Yeah,
2015.
I thought he said this was 2015 when he read it at the beginning.
No, it's 1985.
Oh my god.
This matchup was alternate 1985 Town Square.
All right, but it's still okay. So whatever.
It's Back to the Future too.
Cut it.
We went back to the future. Oh man. But all right. So Town Square, but it's still just a wrestling match, just without a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's
This
street
one's
fight.
it's a street fight, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Honestly, I mean, Graves and Latina Submission Machina, their RPs are always bonkers and a lot of fun. So I mean, these are probably going to be one of the more fun matches to read and maybe to judge.
Agreed.
Like Graves is awesome, LSM is awesome. They kind of inadvertently got into a weird, I don't know what you would call it, like an OnlyFans fappening leak scandal.
You
In
can
the
thank Big Preach for that.
Where, well, because Latina Submission Machina was trying to go after Big Preach, and ended up getting her feet pics stolen by Graves. So there's a little bit of yeah, I don't know. It happened.
It's a
I'm
thing.
gonna pick Graves though. How about that?
Yeah, Graves is my pick too. I mean, current star of the month, had a banger August, going against the likes of Ryan Keto, going across all 3 different shows. Honestly, like you can't really go wrong picking Graves here, I think.
No, you can't. Graves or Gator, what do you think?
I mean, the whole setup to this match, like, I'm not sure if you remember this. There was like a WrestleMania match many, many years ago where it was Chris Jericho versus Kane, and the lead up to that match was that Jericho spilt coffee on Kane by accident.
Yeah.
This is giving me similar vibes, but that match was fucking amazing, and this match is going to be incredible as well. But yeah, I'm going with Graves. I think Graves' most recent run of stuff is probably one of my favourites of all time. I actually love his RPs right now, and yeah, I think he's going to win this one too.
Maverick, what do you got?
I already said Graves.
I thought that was Ned. I see they really.
They do sound the same.
All right, Ned, who are you thinking?
Apparently, I'm thinking that I'm fucking you.
Whoa.
What, you
Yikes.
fucking him?
Language.
He's underage, Ned. Calm down.
Yeah, I am also choosing Graves. I think Graves is a solid choice here. No disrespect, LSN. LSN, solid work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think that would surprise a lot of people, honestly, that Graves gets a sweep in the predictions. I think that would surprise people.
Yeah, we're kind of a lot of the same mind, aren't we here?
No, and I mean that as a compliment to Graves, not an insult to LSM, who I think is fantastic. But
Right.
I mean, I work with Graves all the time. I talk to Graves constantly. You know, he helps with me out with the Madden stuff. And dude's just really like kind of out there mentally, creatively. So I mean, his stuff's just always really fun, and I think he's finally reaping the benefits of it. And it's kind of awesome to see.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, LSM/Nichols, they do great work constantly. One of the more consistent writers in the Fed, and I've seen a bit of their stuff, and I'm glad that I have, honestly. They do really good work. So, I mean, no matter which way this goes, it's going to be a banger.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to read. The match itself is probably gonna be stupid, but that's okay.
All right, so our next match here is Bam Miller versus a surprise opponent. Ooh, in a Save the Clock Tower match. This match will begin in a ring inside a ring placed in the middle of Hill Valley Times Square in prime timeline 1955. When the buzzer goes off, competitors will be notified they have 10 minutes to ascend the clock tower and hook up a power cable coming from the ground. Time it right, and not only do you win the match, but Marty travels to 1985, thus saving the world. Time it wrong, and you will get electrocuted and probably die. 1 RP, unlimited words.
So
why are we?
obviously the big thing here, the big sell here is the who knows who it is, right? Who the mystery opponent. That's what matters.
I believe they have already RP'd. Let me just take a look to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass here.
I don't think so.
I'm just gonna take a quick look.
Either way, that's the hook. That's the selling point of the match. It's Bam Miller, who's been around for a minute, good friend of the Fed, does good work, usually on Anarchy and Savage and that sort of thing. And now we're getting this big crazy overbooked clock tower match against a mystery man. And that's kind of what everybody's been wondering is who's the mystery man, right?
Yeah, they haven't RP'd yet. I thought they did. I don't know why.
Yeah, so I'm not going to put him on blast. Obviously, I know who it is. I don't know how other people in here know who it is. But I don't know. What do you think, Gator? What do you think is going to come out of this match? Is it going to just be weird, or do you think it's going to come out and be fun? What do you got?
Oh, it's definitely going to be a fun match, yeah. Because I mean, I love wacky stips all the time as well, and seeing Bam versus the surprise opponent and they're trying to beat each other off or trying to climb up a clock tower. That's just beautiful. But I don't know who's going to win. I know who the surprise opponent is, so I'm not going to say anything. So yeah, I'm not going to say who I think is going to win on this one either.
Yeah. Is there anybody here who does not know who it is?
I am Ned Kaye, and I do not know who it is.
All right, Ned. So you're the one person who does not know who it is. Who's your guess? Who do you think it is?
Doc Brown, obviously.
So true.
Okay, I could see Doc Brown. Dr. Ville Brown. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean to just put it out there.
All right, I'll cut that.
God damn it.
All right, what's next?
All right, so our next match is going to be the Supercontinental title match between Peter Vaughn and Ned Kaye in a Blast from the Past brawl. The match will take place inside the Blast from the Past store in downtown Hill Valley, circa 2015. The special guest referee is Flea as Douglas J. Needles, and it is under Warfare rules. So
this one, I saw that when this one got booked, I got excited because I think this is a fun a fun one, and I think it's a really good matchup between two people that might not always get talked about as being as good as they are. So, I mean, I kind of already said that I expect, Graves and LSM's probably like the match of the show, in my opinion. But if it wasn't them, it would probably be this one. I think Vaughn is super good. Obviously, he's got one of the bigger titles in the company. He's got a former uni championship under his belt. He did that walking in the door, so obviously he's good. And Ned, Ned's a homegrown guy. We watched Ned go from like scrapping together 200-word paragraph promos to growing into the full-fledged real boy that he is today. So
Good job, Ned. For a cuck, you've gone far.
it's my favorite one.
And because we're doing a movie thing, the whole reason I've transformed into a real boy is because we're doing a cross promotion with Pinocchio, starring Tom Hanks.
Oh my.
That's true. That's a real thing. And Keegan-Michael Key.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, is he voicing Pinocchio?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he
God.
plays the mom. He plays the mom.
But in all
Really
seriousness, Ned, I think Ned could win. I think Ned could be the Super Continental champ. And Matt, I'm going to say it. I think Ned's going to win.
Oh, fuck, dude. I don't know about that. I'm going to
Don't let me
try.
down.
Well, thanks, Benny.
Who would I be to go against my fellow podcaster, my cook to my cunt? I will be a cunt, hence why I'm going for Peter Vaughan to kick Ned Kaye's ass and get out of the fucking company.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Cunt and Cuck is canceled.
Exploded.
Hate to see it.
Join us for my new podcast, Cunt and Custodian, with Peter Vaughan.
I'll be sure to head on there.
Oh no, Maverick, did you pick? Did you make a pick, Maverick?
I have not picked yet. It's gonna be a really close one. I think, honestly, this is probably going to be one of the closest matches of the weekend. Honestly, it could really go down to a coin flip. But my gut is honestly saying just barely Peter Vaughan. But honestly, if Ned pulls out a win, I'm not going to be surprised in the slightest either.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Look, Vaughn's a stud. Vaughn could beat anybody. So there's nothing wrong with it.
That's the thing. I think both these guys could really beat anybody. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know, just like shouting Ned, but that's the job. But like, Ned is talented enough to beat anybody. Vaughn is talented enough to beat anybody. So I think this is probably going to be like one of the closest matches on the card, like Mav said.
For sure. Next we have a mid-show concert. Johnny Be Good will be performed by good old Marty McFly himself. It will be performed in the ballroom of the Biff Towers Casino.
All right.
So good. I would say it's a mid-show thing, like it's said on the card, but no, because the next match is the main event.
Hit me with that main event. Hit me with that main event. Say it.
All right, so our main event is going to be for the Extreme Championship. It is a Biff Tower rooftop brawl between Big Preach, Atara Themis, Goth, and the Ringmaster. So this will be taking place on the rooftop of Biff Towers, and there are two ways to win this match. There's going to be the easy way, by pinfall, and the hard way, where you knock your opponent out for a 10 count, using one of the weapons found on the roof. So the special guest referee will be Thomas F. Wilson as a 1985 alternate timeline Biff Tannen, with special enforcers Billy Zane, Casey Siemaszko, I have no idea how to pronounce it, and Jay Cohen, which is Bill's enforcers from the movies, Warfare Rules. And each wrestler must declare in their first RP whether they plan to win the easy way or the hard way.
Oh, I missed that, but that's unimportant. Yeah, look, is there more of a Cinderella story in the XWF than Big Preach as the XWF Extreme Champion?
Yes, there are.
Oh god.
The man went from he never won anything, and now he's the number 2 guy.
Yes, sir.
That's amazing. It's amazing how it can happen just like that. You can go from rags to riches in the XWF. So join today, and you could be the next Big Preach.
Do not
Do
do
that.
not make that a selling point. That is not a good thing. That's horrible. You big priest. God.
Who doesn't want to be like Big Priest? Come on, man, he's an extreme champion.
Yeah, he's the leader. He's the leader of the BOB.
Exactly.
Oh gosh.
Bob Big Priest. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Addy wins. Addy smash. That's all.
He wins. You know, if I had to, so if let's set Big Preach aside, and out of the other three, Atara Themis, Goth, and Ringmaster. Yeah, I mean, I think look, Goth is really good. He's new, so I don't have a lot to go on, but the dude's obviously really good. That's pretty clear. Ringmaster has gone from being kind of somebody who I didn't really think a lot of to he's gotten really decent too. So yeah, I don't know. My heart would still go with Atara Themis just because she's just so fun, man. Like some of the stuff that she does, the stuff that she dropped in the first promo with her little graphic quotes and stuff. I don't know. That just cracks me up. She's a creative.
Enjoy Tara, honestly, like she had a really solid match with Ryan Keto, one of the last Savages, and
Yeah.
it really says a lot that like even Ryan himself said like Atara was a dream match of his. Like it just really speaks to the like level of quality of writing that Atara is capable of putting out, and like that is no knock on Goth or the Ringmaster. Honestly, like they do really solid stuff too. Goth has been bringing it. Just like coming out of the gate. He beat LSM recently, and also Ringmaster. Been steadily improving his stock. He's going to get better and better and better. So I mean, honestly, like Atara's my vote too, but like yeah, honestly, it's going to be a fun match.
Ryan actually went out and got Atara to come have the match with him. Like he asked her to come challenge him.
Really, I did not know that fact.
Yeah. So I mean, that just goes to show it. And Goth, yeah, he beat LSM. He beat Centurion recently too. I mean,
yeah.
Goth's good. Gator, what you got?
Yeah, just echoing what you basically said. Like Ringmaster's improved a ton, and I think there's still room for improvement. Goth, loads of room for improvement, and he started off good anyway. And I think he can just like get better and better and better. As, like the more he like adjusts to XWF style. Also, just want to say, like behind the scenes, lovely guy, absolute sweetheart. Big Preach is Big Preach.
Sir.
He's the biggest man in the XWF, the top guy now. But yeah.
I guess he might literally be the biggest guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Atty Smash. Like, Atty dropped what may be the best promo I've read this year. Like, no joke. I adored that promo that she put out. So yeah, Atty Smash.
Atty has always had it. It's just a matter if she ever like stuck to it. So I mean, hopefully she sticks to it this time. I'd like to see her do a real run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
All right.
So that's
day 2, right?
Yes. So we have one more card left. Night 3 of Relentless, going for Back to the Future Part 3, where we go to 1885, still in Hollywood Studios. But well, first, actually, we have our opening match, which is still taking place in 1985 still. So it's Finn Kuhn versus Buster Gloves in an Are You Yella I Quit match. So it's a standard I Quit match that takes place in a ring set up on Main Street, 1985, Hill Valley, and it is Savage Rules.
That's an interesting one, So Buster Gloves is actually, he's never been in XWF. He's in Level Up, which is another Fed.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty good. The guy's pretty good. I looked up his stuff, and he's very talented. And Finn Kuhn's also really talented.
Yeah, he's coming off a really strong Wisdom Champion run in Level Up, honestly. Something like, he's coming in with a full head of steam. And, I'm a little biased here, so I can't really comment too much on this.
Well, I think it is pretty evenly matched. And usually, if it's evenly matched, I just go home field advantage. So I'm just going to tip it to Finn just because Finn's an XWF guy, and he knows what the XWF's all about. Buster Gloves does not.
Gator, Ned, your thoughts?
I mean, I love the match stip, the Are You Yella I Quit match. I think that's great, first of all. Yeah. Again, I don't know much about Buster Gloves apart from his name is fantastic. That's a great name. But yeah, I read his first RP and I thought that was really good. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Finn Kuhn again because XWF guy. You got to stick with your XWF boys.
Ned, your thoughts?
Are you all going to make me do this? XWF guys, gotta stick together. No, Buster Gloves has got it.
Oh, he's
You
heel.
evil man. Evil
No.
man.
He went
I
outside.
that's the wad in me talking. That's Joey Wheel and Dealer right there.
That's
Buster
it.
Gloves has got it fucking made.
Ned just took off his shirt and revealed the NWO shirt underneath of it.
Underneath my NWO shirt is just a CNC shirt.
That's a good opener though, man. Honestly, that's out of the three. That's probably the best first match on out of all 3 days.
It's a strong opener.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I've seen a little bit of Buster Glove stuff, and I mean, like, I'm really happy that I get to take him on in his first match, honestly. And I mean, I'm just gonna bring it as best I can. Hope they come out the winner. So next match we have Centurion versus Bartholomew Lichter in a Mad Dog Collar Saloon match. This match will take place in a ring set up in the saloon located on Main Street of 1885 Hill Valley. Anything inside the saloon can be used on your opponent. Tables, piano, poker table, spittoon, whiskey bottles. If you can find it, you can use it. It is 1 pinfall, and it is 1 RP, unlimited words.
These guys they've been feuding for a long time. I mean, Team MAGA, Boots Lichter and Obey T-Law, their whole existence is basically to fight Centurion. So, Cent was gone for a little bit he got injured by them a few months back. He came back and he's been doing okay. He just had a big win over Unknown Soldier on Anarchy in a legend versus legend match. And now he's taking on his rival. I can't vote against Centurion as the big face going against the MAGA guy in the blow-off match. It's got to be Centurion, right?
Yeah, I'm of the same mind. Gator?
Yeah, I'm voting for Centurion simply because if we all vote for Centurion, then Ned has to vote for Boots Lichter.
He has to. We have set that standard.
Yeah. So, Ned, go on. Prove that you're a right winger.
Centurion? No. Centurion is Ned's favorite wrestler in universe. I am never not voting for Centurion. Stay win.
All right, clean sweep there. Love to see that. So, in that case, let's move on to our next match for the Anarchy Championship between Edward and Jason Cash in an I Hate Manure match.
What?
So, yes, I hate manure. So the match description is like match number 1. This takes place in a ring set up on Main Street, 1985 Hill Valley. However, in order to win this match, you must smash your plant. What the heck?
Yeah,
okay,
smash
that's
your
already
plant.
right.
Yeah, that was typo.
Smash a plant on your opponent in a wagon of fresh manure that will be placed right outside the ring. Anarchy rules.
So this one was apparently booked in 2015.
So true.
But that's okay. Look, now we know why. Mastermind didn't want anything to do with the manure, so that's why we had a title change just the other day. New Anarchy champion Edward is strongest warrior. Edward got his shinny.
Sir.
Jason Cash. I mean, look, Cash has been tearing it up on Anarchy. Cash is it just fits him so well. Like he's owning that 1,000-word space. I don't know. I mean, Edward's really good. I didn't expect the title change. I thought it was going to be Cash versus Mastermind. I would have picked Cash 10 times out of 10. But I think Edward's really good. I'm still going to go with Cash. Somebody else talk.
Your thoughts, Gator?
I mean, I wish I knew what Anarchy was so I could tell you more about these people.
You're so disrespectful. You've been on it.
I can't believe he was on a show he didn't know anything about.
That just, honestly, the fact that Gator appears on a show he doesn't know just proves how much of a work rate kind of guy he is.
Just like,
He was
Just like
literally in the first Anarchy Championship match ever. He was in it.
I can just imagine him now just like being taken into a van blindfolded, chloroformed, and then all of a sudden he wakes up in the backstage of Anarchy, just like, where the fuck am I? You're in a title match. Go the fuck out there. And it's like, all right, bet.
All right, cool. Guess ORP. Let's go. God.
He didn't win, so Anarchy doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, I hate to see it.
Yeah. Not that Noah was just that sort of loser that's just coming OLC into me. But no, so with this match, honestly, the only reason I think Jason Cash is going to win this match is because I think Edward loves Mignon, so he's just going to face plant himself into it.
Yeah, you might be right.
Cash
He's just going to be in it at the sound of the bell.
Yeah.
Dad, your thoughts on the match?
This hurts my soul so much because Edward was a part of my first ever War Games team, and Jason Cash is a member of the trilogy. You know, he's one of my homies.
Yeah.
So it's like being asked to choose between Gator or a version of Gator that like is still in the Stone Age, and I don't like that.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yeah. Now we know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
Shove an idea incoming.
I'm gonna choose Jason. But God, Edward is great.
Okay, so we got 3 Cashes.
You guys are really making me sad here. There is only one strongest warrior, Edward Strongest Warrior. Let's go, Edward.
He's the dual champion. He's the Anarchy champion and the 24/7 freestyle champion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good job, Edward.
Who else is a dual champion in XWF right now? That's right. Nobody. Edward
Nobody.
Strongest Warrior.
Yeah,
You're
take
right.
that big please.
So anyway, our next match is featuring the other dual champion in XWF.
Well done. Well done.
Awkward.
So it is a television title match between Bobby Bourbon and Dick Powers in a Cavalry and Indians match. This match will take place in the middle of Hill Valley circa 1885, while a battle between the U.S. Cavalry and a tribe of Native Americans is waging. Not only must you pin your opponent, you must do so while trying not to be shot by bullets or arrows, as well as being scalped. Good luck. One pinfall, special guest referee Michael J. Fox as Seamus McFly, Savage Rules.
I need to edit these cards so bad. Who the fuck wrote these?
McFly.
Oh my god.
So,
McFly.
First of all, racist.
Yeah. I don't like the Indians match. Like, why is it not Native Americans match?
Yeah, I think. But we did use we didn't do it the old Hollywood way with just white dudes wearing suntan lotion. Like, we got real Native Americans.
Good.
That's good.
We're Hollywood,
Oh,
even though this is taking place in Hollywood.
Yes,
Mm.
but new Hollywood, not old Hollywood. We went back to the future. Ah, man. Look, I love both of these guys. Dick Powers and Bobby Bourbon are two of, like, if you just pick any random RP from either one of these dudes, you're probably gonna, first you're gonna wonder what the fuck. Second, you're gonna start laughing. So, man, like, I don't know. Like, conventional wisdom says Bobby Bourbon, but a fully erect Dick Powers can beat Bobby Bourbon, and so I'm gonna go with Dick. I pick Dick.
I think Bobby is going to be a little too have his hands tied between the tag match and then this. So I mean, like you said, a fully erect Dick Powers can beat Bobby Bourbon. So I'm going to be leaning Dick Powers here. They're going to retain the tag champs, but Bobby's going to lose the TV.
Yeah, I mean, you make a really good point because Bobby's double booked, right? So he's at an obvious disadvantage just from that.
Right. The woes of being a dual champ. Not like Edward Strongest Warrior would have to deal with that, though. That's why he's the strongest.
Well, he's not. Bobby's not currently the tag team champion. He's in a tag team championship match.
Yeah, I'm getting mixed up, but he could potentially become a dual champ.
Right. He could be.
So I just want to say, if anybody could handle double penetration, it's Bobby Bird.
Oh. All right. So
That note, on
Gator,
that note, Nick Powers
Gator.
wins.
rescue this segment, please, Gator.
Oh dear
No.
me.
Fix my mistake.
Oh. Well, I just want everyone to know that I've been taking my blue pills, and Dick Powers isn't just fully erect; he's turgid at the moment.
Oh my.
My man said turgid. Turgid.
Oh.
That's a $10 word that you got for free.
I wasn't ready for that.
And with my girth and ferocity alone, I am taking that television title home.
Oh,
Out
Yeah.
to the win, baby!
his two messence is coming for you.
All right. So next we have our mid-show concert. That should really be positioned back because after this is the main event. But our mid-show concert will be performed by ZZ Top, which will be performed in the ballroom of the Biff Towers Casino. So next we have our main event for the XWF Universal Championship between Ryan Keto and Mark Flynn in a runaway train match. So this match will be taking place around a train car right before the engine. This match will be timed for 60 minutes. Both opponents must shovel coal into the train engine to keep it at exactly 88 miles per hour while also fighting each other. In order to win, you must make your opponent submit before the 60-minute timer goes off. What happens if the match does not end before the timer goes off? Knows. So our special guest referee will be Thomas F. Wilson as Buford, don't call him Mad Dog, Tannen, and Chips Advantage. Ryan Keto gets to determine the RP rules for this match, which I believe he has already chosen Savage rules. I could be mistaken.
Right.
Right. So, well, what are we thinking here for this match?
Look. First of all, it's probably not great optics that we booked the Asian guy in an 1800s railroad match.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
But again,
You literally did not have to say it. You
No.
didn't have to. I never even thought. You
No.
put that in my mind, Vinnie Lane.
come on.
Why would you do this to us?
It's
Jesus.
like you said nobody thought of that, nobody noticed that. All right,
No.
this is why we need an HR department.
Fucking hell.
You're the one who booked it.
You guys are putting my company at risk booking this shit.
I didn't do shit for this, but okay.
I'm not a GM.
Well, you are now. God damn it! You can help stop making this happen. I'm
Okay,
promoting
You're the
you.
GM now? Okay.
Hello, I'm Ned Kaye, and I am your new HR manager. I'm head of talent relations. Don't a fellow
Obviously
wrestler.
needed.
Don't call a fellow wrestler an empty-headed dumb fuck during a press conference.
That's a good way to start.
Oh,
A good way to start.
dear.
Strong
But
opening.
anyway, look, Ryan Keto has been awesome all year. He's been an awesome Universal Champion. He's been doing a really, really fantastic job. I don't think I would pick absolutely anybody over Mark Flynn, though, at like any time. I'm going there because, look, Mark Flynn was probably the guy who I first noticed upon joining the Fed. And I was like, oh my God, this is what e-fedding is now because this dude's just something else. Flynn's out there. Flynn's ridiculously smart, really great with words, really good with the story and his character. I love Ryan Keto, but like I'm almost like terrified because I like him so much and I think he's gonna lose.
Yeah, honestly, like this is like probably like it's really tough to determine like how it's gonna go because like Ryan is one of the best, like really building a face character that you just really want to root for, and like he honestly knows like it's kind of like what we said about Ghost Tank earlier, how he knows his character inside and out, honestly, and he shows it really well in his content. But Mark Flynn is also just really good at like picking his opponent's characters apart too, because like I even saw the Twitter thread that he did in the build up to this about how the Saint Seiya episode he went through. Oh my God, I was in tears from how hard I was laughing.
Right. That's the kind of shit that I mean. Like Flynn just takes it to a whole other thing that other people wouldn't even think of. And he took the handcuffs off of himself and turned heel. So now he can just say whatever. I don't know. Gator, what do you got?
Oh, Mav, did you decide? Did you say?
I'm giving the very slightest advantage to Mark Flynn here.
He was poking Flynn, so I assumed that's who he was picking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Like, Ryan Keeto's probably one of my favourite RPers at the moment. I think his stuff is probably the most insane stuff I've read in a long time. And like I've seen matches where I've seen it and it's like, oh, Keeto's not going to win here. He's definitely on the back foot. And then I've read his RP and it's like, holy shit, where did that come from? Like I think Keto is one of the most surprising people I've ever read. Like he can just like turn it around in a fucking heartbeat, and he's incredible at the way he does it. But I am the biggest Flynn mark to ever exist. Maybe
He really is.
yeah,
He really is.
like Flynn was again like Vinny said, like Flynn was one of the first people I ever read, and I just latched onto him saying I want to be this guy. Like absolutely incredible. So yeah, like I'll be going against my very own nature if I don't vote for Flynn in this match, even though it would be not surprising at all if Gator still takes the win.
So this is 3-0 right now for Flynn. Ned, what are your thoughts?
So, as the professor, I feel like I should give a fairly detailed analysis. I won't go on forever, but when we're looking at Ryan, we're looking at one of the most successful heels, or no, sorry, I'm an idiot.
Well-
One of the most successful faces in the Fed in a long time.
Yeah.
He plays a face in a way that I respect because playing a face is very close to my heart. On the other hand, you have Mark Flynn, who has played a really good face for a while and has just gone heel, made an instance in which betraying a North Korean war criminal was viewed as one of the most heelish things you could ever do because his writing is just that solid. Mark Flynn is amazing. He is that same level of like generational talent. But Ryan Keto beat Alias. I'm not saying that Mark Flynn could not have beaten Alias. I really do think he could have. But Ryan Keto did it. And that's why I'm voting for Ryan Keto.
Yeah, honestly, like Alias was like, from what I've heard at least, because like I wasn't like too far like into things during that time frame, but like from what I heard, Alias was like a universal champion like none other at that point. You know, like how dominant he was, honestly. So the fact that Ryan actually has that on his resume and Mark Flynn doesn't, even though like you said, I do think too that he could have beaten Alias, but like, yeah, just actually having that on his resume, like that's already a big step up here, you know?
Yeah.
So
It's really just that simple at the end of it.
yeah, so that is the entire Relentless card. Well, the post-show concert, though, to be performed by Huey Lewis and the News.
Now that's the real deal. Like I don't know why we have ZZ Top on there, but Huey Lewis is the man.
ZZ
Yes,
Top made a cameo in Back to the Future Part 3.
Well, they shouldn't have. I don't remember it.
Well, I do.
I saw that movie in the theaters, young man.
Oh, shit.
The Future Part 3 is just a blur for me, honestly.
I legit watched Back to the Future 3 so much I burnt out the VHS. It's not even my favourite film.
It's a good movie, but
Like,
I don't know. I think our show is going to be better than Back to the Future Part 3.
Yeah. I can't wait for the...
Even with some of those weird ass matches and the obvious day 3 racism.
Think about the I Hate Manure match.
Well, I don't know. Anybody have any final thoughts on Relentless? We'll recongregate after the show and see how we did. I think we're gonna do a post-mortem on Relentless as well.
Post-mortem is a good choice of words with these steps.
Yeah.
All I know
is match of the show. Everybody, give me a match of the show.
Ooh.
Oh, main event night 3.
Main event night 3. That makes sense. That's a good one. I mean, that's hard to
Mhm.
argue. That's hard to argue against. Yeah. I mean, it's the main event for a reason, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, main event night 3. But if we're going for like matches that could like potentially steal the show, I'd probably say the Super Continental match.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
one's going
Thank
to
you.
be a banger. Like I said before, I think Graves and LSM is going to be a really good, even though there's no title in that one. But I think it's really going to show off.
For sure, for sure. Honestly, it's going to be a really fun show, and I cannot wait to read more of the role plays and see the results, and hopefully not fuck up again when I talk.
We'll regroup next week. We'll go over the results and see whose predictions were the best. And I don't know. It's going to be It's going to be a busy, hectic week, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm glad you guys joined me on the new XWF podcast. We got some fresh faces, some familiar voices that we haven't heard in a while. And I don't know. Everybody say goodbye.
Well,
Bye, guys.
before we actually
Bye,
say
everybody.
goodbye, Vinny, why don't you take us home?
Well, as is tradition, now, then, forever. Fuck you, Ghost Tank.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna shit on that belt.